And hi guys, and welcome back to the Anderson Show. I'm Shirlene and I have a wonderful guest called Miriam with me today.
Hi guys.
This is part 2 of the video because we had so much to talk about. We didn't want to do one long video. We thought we do 2 instead. So you guys are in for a treat. So we're going to be talking about your work and your boss.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're going to be showing us some wonderful products.
Yeah.
And the business, because you're a CEO.
Yes, guys.
Amazing. So kick it off. Let's talk about it.
Okay, guys. So I was working in HR in Epsom and St Helier Hospital. I was working there for 2 years and a half, and I was getting bullied at work. I was in and out of hospital, and the last meeting I had was May 2024. Basically, I decided, I was like, that's it. My mental health comes first. So I decided to resign. Well, technically, I was forced to resign.
So when you said you was in and out of hospital, can you just give a little background to that?
So basically, I was, how do I say this, like, the pressure that they put onto me mentally made me feel like I wasn't good enough. So I would stay late at work, I would go early, and I would work really hard, and that wasn't enough for them. So that really mentally messed me up. And I just decided, I was like, well, you know what, I would rather be depressed somewhere else than be depressed or be walking on eggshells. Because again, managers get away with things, it's never the employee. So I decided to resign May 2024.
And I was gonna say, just if you've watched the first video, so if you haven't, go back and watch the first video of Miriam. It kind of goes back to what you were saying with your mum and the always trying to do more and more and more and never kind of like receiving recognition or having to do more and saying well done. So you see how the pattern's gone from home into a relationship, now into work. Oh, wow, that's just trying to connect the dots there. You see, trauma kind of follows you from one thing to another.
And then after that, so I resigned May the 16th. I remember this very well, 2024. I then was like, okay, so I'm now doing nothing. I've got £75 in my account. I'm waiting to get paid. Why don't I, after I went through a really bad phase of depression, I didn't want to be in this world, and I struggled really mentally. So then I was like, well, let me take myself to a craft shop, and to my surprise, this craft shop had a sale on. So I got, literally, they give you the basics. So I got a kit on how to do soaps, how to do melt waxes, and how to do candles. So I started to craft until I find a job. That was my intention. Again, my business is an accident, by the way. So then I really enjoyed it, and I was like, oh my god, like, I'm actually good at something. Like, I'm actually physically doing something, and I'm good at it, and I'm giving myself praise, not having to wonder about praise from other people. And that's where, again, I say about validation. You don't need validation from external parties. It has to be about yourself. And then basically I then worked on it for about 6 weeks. I trialed and errored, and then I had some savings in my savings account, so not my main account. And my first ever paycheck was £3,000. I spent £3,000 on soap bases, on waxes, this was literally all that I'd saved, and on fragrances. And then I was like, you know what, this is me. Like, I'm gonna make this a business. I'm gonna see how it goes.
So do you really feel that it was an accident?
I swear it was honestly an accident. Like, literally, when I tell you,
do you feel like the divine plan from God allows?
It was literally God's plan. Like, literally when I tell you, it was God's plan, because I then decided to launch. So I started to launch on my TikTok page. I had about 50 followers. I now have about 6,000 followers. And then I launched on Instagram, which isn't my strength at the moment because I'm focused on TikTok. And now I'm in 2 UK pharmacies. I'm a supplier for them. I'm in negotiations with Harrods and Selfridges at the moment. And I've dispatched to 24 countries around the world, including Dubai, India and Bali. And this is not the beginning. So, like, to sum this all up, guys, from my point of view, believe me, every rejection, like, to my manager, if I can thank her right now in front of me, I would. To my ex, if I can thank him right now, I would. To my mum, if I can...
You can say thank you now to them.
Yeah, like, honestly, guys, like, you honestly, like, I'm very grateful for all that you've done, and I'm very grateful for the hurt that you put me through, because I wouldn't be able to stand right now and say I'm the CEO and founder of Fragrance of Love. And, guys, I'm going to quickly show you some of my products that I've done. So this over here is La Vie Espel melt waxes. So this is gel melt waxes. So this is one of my best sellers.
So what is this? What does this do? Explain.
So this is a gel melt wax. So basically you open it. It smells of La Vie Espel. You open it, you put it on a burner. You put a tea-light candle that doesn't have fragrance, and you melt it. And this whole thing lasts about 60 hours.
Okay.
And then, guys...
So can we go back to what the smell is? What is that fragrance?
So it's La Vie Espel. So it's like it's a Dior fragrance.
Okay.
And then this is one of my. So this is lavender. And this is one of my best sellers at the moment. It's got a naked woman on the front of the soap bar. So this is a soap. By the way, I'm all self-taught, so nobody taught me. I taught myself.
This is beautiful. So this lady, so you did this yourself?
So basically there's a mould within the mould, and then you basically fill up the soap. But obviously you have to get the temperature of the soap correct.
Yeah.
Otherwise the mould will basically turn into something soggy.
Yeah, kind of melt, yeah. Oh, wow.
And then I also do melt waxes. So this is one of my best sellers. I think I've sold about 65 of these so far. So these have 5 different fragrances inside. So you can see. You've got Palo Santo, Arabian Oud, Lime Basil Mandarin, Rose Velvet and Oud.
They smell good, guys. I like that. Ooh.
And then the final 2 things.
I can smell like, is it like a coffee or cocoa?
Yeah, this one's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know when it reminds of like, you know when you're eating those Mocho chocolate things and it's got that, you bite into it, the smell. Yeah. Oh. So they're not for eating, guys, by the way.
Yeah, please
they're not edible. Even if they smell like you can eat them. This
don't
is my food. Oh, okay. Yeah, so.
And then these are white chocolate cookies.
These are white chocolate cookies.
No, they can't. But they literally smell of white chocolate.
They do.
Yeah. So they're melt waxes. So all my melt waxes are soy wax.
So keep this away from the kids.
Yes, please.
And adults like myself. Oh, wow. So this is like your Christmas time sort of like gifts you can put in hampers and stuff like that. That's amazing. I love that. I said handmade with love.
Yeah.
With a heart.
So basically, to say my brand name, so when I started my brand, I'll say this quickly, guys. When I started my brand, I thought about fragranced with, because I knew that my brand is going to be fragranced with. But the story of my brand name is fragranced with love, because I've never felt love in my life. And for the first time in my entire life, I'm genuinely giving myself the love that I do deserve. Yeah. And I'm not getting it from anybody else, I'm getting it from myself. So that's why I decided to name my brand Fragrance of Love. So yes, guys, so I'm gonna get emotional now.
And the thing is, when we think that we want to give love, we can't give what we don't know or have or understand. And then when we feel that we want to receive love, but again, it's having an understanding of what does love look like, how do we receive it, if we do receive it. You know, is love about, I'm going to buy you a box of chocolates or flowers, that means I love you. That's not love. You know, the nurturing and being kind and patient, having self-control. No, that's all a part of loving someone, isn't it? Not pressurizing them, not love bombing them.
Yeah,
so guys and women out there, when you want to love bomb somebody, that's not a way of saying I love you. That's actually a part of abuse. And working your way up to control somebody. So, you know, it's great to bring awareness to actually what love bombing and what abuse and like what perpetrators do. Because now look at, out of all of that, what we spoke about today, you know, look at this amazing, you know, the fragrance with love and what you're doing now, CEO of your own company. And we put it into existence. When we speak about it, we pray that you will become in Harrods, because give an excuse to go down to Harrods. Yeah. And listen, I'll be the first one there. I'll be the first one there. So sometimes, and this is why, you know, when they say our things are an accident or coincidence, I don't believe in that, because I believe in the good God that has orchestrated everything before we were born. Yeah. You know, he's got the blueprint of your life. He's an architect. So if he saw your life from the beginning to the end, everything has been planned. And even though we think, well, if there's a good God and something's happened, like obviously, you know, we've gone through trauma and we've come out the end, and then sometimes we smile with tears at the back of our eyes, you know, it's not always happy, yay. Sometimes, as you said before, we can put on this facade. He hasn't made robots. We have our own free will. So he still has to allow you to live your life. So we can't blame the good God for every bad decision. But when I say bad decision, I say a wrong decision we've made, or a decision that has then turned out to be not the best decision we've made. We can't blame God, because then if he was to fix everything, and then we would say, we're not robots, we want our own life, so we can't have everything. Yeah. So, and sometimes it's in that, sometimes making that wrong mistakes. As you said, we learn and grow and actually see, I should have done this. However, I wouldn't have known to do that if I hadn't done that first.
I agree.
You know, sometimes I wouldn't know how to be loved and what love is if I wasn't loved the wrong way. Sometimes if we're not being loved, if I can say I love you, you don't know what love is, you can say, oh, okay, thank you. And then to be treated or mistreated, and then to be loved by a genuine person, and you go, this is what love is. I didn't realise. I thought being mistreated was being loved because that's all I knew.
Yeah.
Now I've experienced what love is. It's like, this is what I want. So when someone does step into your life and not nice, you're like, yeah, I don't want that. You reject that. Would you say earlier on you
eliminate
them?
guys.
So if you haven't watched the first video, watch the first video, because Miriam likes to eliminate people. That doesn't mean kill though. You know, we don't mean that. We just mean block and delete.
Kill.
Yeah, no. They're still alive, guys. She likes love. We all like love. But yeah, and it's good now we can smile and joke about this thing, because at the time when you're going through trauma and pain, you're not. It's sometimes a day, you'd be blessed with a day where you can smile.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like to laugh and giggle a lot, but it's a part of my, you know, therapy, my healing, to smile. And to show the enemy, listen, you've not won. You've lost.
Crushed me.
You've lost. Yeah, you've lost the battle already. So you know we're here. We're here to stay and smile.
Yes.
No. So I'm going to leave the details for Miriam's beautiful candle wax and melts and soaps down below. Please check her out. I'll also leave your TikTok details and your Instagram as well. And if you've got any other details, please, you know, leave them with me and I add them. And check out our shop. And I just want to thank you guys again for watching, and know that you are loved, and I love you, but God loves you more. And just want to thank you again, Miriam, for coming.
Thank you so much for this invitation. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care. But guys, till we see you again. Bye.